What's hmm? What's going on, YouTube? I'm that cologne guy E, and this is simply put sense. And on this channel, I talk about some of the best and worst fragrances on the market today, live from Bergdorf Goodman in New York City. And my goal is to help you guys save time and money. I am your guinea pig. I am your fragrance matchmaker. I am here to make you smell amazing, but never ordinary. So I hope you're all well, and I hope you're all having an amazing day, and I hope you're all smelling amazing. I'm sure you are. What's going on, guys? How are you, Micah? What's going on, supply and demand? What's going on, Ripped Up? So grateful for you all to come through. I have a really cool show for you all today. I wanted to share with you some really beautiful fragrances that I've been discovering. I have a couple of finds that I have to mention to you all. It's just insane. I'm gonna just put it like that. They're just absolutely beautiful. So this whole video is going to be about classic styled fragrances that were created relatively recently. One of them not so much, but still a fragrance no one talks about, so it's still kind of, it fits this video perfectly. I have discovered something, guys. You know, the older that I get, the more I appreciate classic styled fragrances. The older I get, the more into Roja I become, the more into Guerlain I become. I'm talking about like their more older options. Like, I love fragrances nowadays that allow me to smell more expensive, more mature. And I know a lot of younger guys, and a lot of guys in particular, they don't like to smell like a classic fragrance. But I have to tell you guys, when you wear a classic style fragrance that's well done, that isn't easy to place, not like you're wearing Chanel No. 5, everyone knows what that smells like. But when you're wearing a classic fragrance that's hard to like place, but that's well done and that's interesting, and you're dressed a certain way, you will be very much hounded on what fragrance you're wearing. Everyone is going to want to know what you're wearing. And I find that is so wild. I get more compliments from some of the fragrances that I'm about to mention to you right now than some of the more newer fragrances that I've been wearing, like H24 Parfum by Hermes, or even, I'm not gonna, Aventus, well, Absolute Aventus even. I'm gonna be honest with you, I get way more love on a lot of these than you would imagine on some of the most like commercial fragrances, and that's fine. That's odd to me. I don't know if it's because like everyone knows me as the cologne guy, so they compliment me when they smell something on me that's interesting. I have no idea, but all I know is that classic fragrances tend to get me a lot of positive attention, which you would not think is the case. I also find that when you're a dude that looks younger than your age and you're wearing a classic fragrance, you definitely stand out. You do not smell like a douchebag. You do not smell like a F-boy. You do not smell, and you know what I'm talking about. You don't smell like someone that's easy to like just, you know, you're not forgettable, you know. You're not a margin dude. You're like the dude when you're wearing certain things. And the woman also, when you're wearing certain things that are just more interesting and beautiful. Supply and demand shouted out with I'm re- I'm really feeling Fougere Royale now that I'm older. Yes, when you're wearing Fougere Royale, which is literally the first Fougere ever made from the brand Ubigon. I love saying that name, and you all know it. Ubigon. When you're wearing Ubigon, you're definitely going to be smelling on the classic style, but not all of them, especially the newer ones. But Fougere Royale was made over 100 years ago, and it literally is a legend. You know, literally the first Fougere ever made, the first fragrance with the word Fougere in the name of the fragrance, the first masculine best-selling fragrance for men, one of them, if not the first. So yeah, Fougere Royale is it's a legendary fragrance for a reason. And to be honest with you, I think it aged very well, especially the reformulated versions. They're not as intense as the original would be, but they do smell clean, refreshing, a really really good barbershop scent. You cannot go wrong, and the price point is insane for what you're getting. Like the price point is like under $200 or 210 or 220. No more than 220 for a 100 ml of Fougere Royale. Excellent fragrance. Um, yes, an amazing fragrance. Marc Antoine Barrois, B686. Really, bro. Micah, I gotta tell you, that one is very, very interesting. I don't know if that's a classic style fragrance. I don't consider that a classic scent. But I guess you could, depending on, I guess you could. Um, Beautiful fragrance, though. Very, very, very well done. What's going on, Cheryl? Hope you're well. I Every time you're here, Cheryl, it's a good stream. So glad you're here. Thank you so much. Um, let's see. Wore leather tobacco today. Very good classic cold weather scent. Absolutely, leather tobacco. Oof, you brought it back. Um, One of my favorite classic brands is a brand called Santa Maria Novella. And Santa Maria Novella makes a couple of fragrances that are insane. My two favorites, well, three favorites from that brand, I have one of them here today. But the other two, I'll just let you know what the names are. Melagrano, pomegranate, classic masculine fragrance that women can easily wear. It's absolutely amazing. And Tobacco Toscana. Whoo! Tobacco Toscana is one of the best tobacco fragrances I've ever smelled. I don't care if it comes across classic. It is next level. Actually, there's nothing in the world of perfume that smells like it. It's like a dusty tobacco, like a powdery, dry tobacco. And a lot of tobacco fragrances kind of feel drippy. They kind of feel viscous. They kind of feel drippy. This one is dry, like dry, and it is insane. Probably one of the best tobacco fragrances no one talks about. What's going on, Montrese? Hope you're blessed. So I wanted to, so yeah, one of the fragrances, classic fragrances are insane. I love a classic fragrance that smells contemporary. A really great classic fragrance from the maker, the brand that I work with, is called Stag. It has a foot in the classic world and a foot in the modern world, and I am infatuated with Stag. It's a hidden gem. I know I work for the maker, and it's a little bit lame for me to talk about a brand that I work for, but I really, really stand behind this fragrance with all my chest because it is insanely beautiful. It's a fragrance that when you smell it on someone, you're like, yes, that person has amazing taste. That person didn't shop for this perfume at Macy's. Not to knock Macy's, but you get what I'm trying to say. It's not everywhere. It's not commercial. But man, is it insane. And whoever wears it just smells expensive and unique and interesting and tasteful. Yeah. So, so I, Will, what's good, brother? Funny you are covering this topic. I just got a sample set from Rogue Perfumery. They all have classic gone modern vibe. Really true. And bro, one of the fragrances that I'm going to be mentioning is from Rogue. So you're reading my book, brother. You're reading my book. We're already on the same page. Um, so yeah, I'm gonna just chat with you a little bit about what's your first of all, I want to know what your favorite classical style fragrances are. I really, really want to know. They've been doing an amazing job on me. I know, again, I know a lot of people don't want to smell more mature. When you're getting more mature, sometimes you want to, like 40-year-old, 50-year-old dudes, 35-year-old men wearing like Y by YSL. Like there's a time and place for it. I don't think like a person who's older shouldn't smell fun and playful. Those what those type of fragrances offer. There's nothing wrong with that. There is always a moment in a more mature person's life to be a little bit more fun and playful. And there's always a moment in a younger person's life to smell more mature and sophisticated. And I feel like older people should have younger or more fun options. And I feel like, younger people should have more sophisticated, more mature options. And I feel that when you do that, when you wear fragrances that are not expected of you, you just make an impact in that room when you walk into it. So I want to share with you all some amazing classic fragrances that, in my opinion, are 9 and above in terms of, like, I don't even like using numbers. All of these fragrances are G and above. I like to use the page rating: P for poor, A for average, G for good, E for excellent. Each and every one of these are a G and above. At least. Not one fragrance that I'm going to share with you I would consider average. None of them. Or poor. Absolutely none of them. Okay, so I'm going to start this off. I'm so excited because I have fragrances no one's heard of, but everyone should hear of them. Okay, let's just go. I'm gonna just start with my favorite one, and this is my most recent find. Guys, I didn't even take it out. Well, I did take it out the box. It's called Rock. Rock. Guys, have you ever heard of this before? Have you ever seen this bottle before? Have you ever seen this name, this box, this anything? This brand is by Roberto Greco, and it was designed by the perfumer Christopher Sheldrake. Guys, if you've heard of this fragrance or if you know about it, I would love for you to press 1 in the chat. Just hit the number 1 and press enter, because if you've smelt or heard about this, I would be surprised. I just want to know if any of you have seen or heard of this fragrance. If not, get ready, guys. You're about to know something insanely amazing. You're about to learn about something insane. So I went to Scent Bar. I went to Scent Bar a few days ago. I went to get a couple of suits tailored. I'm at Bergdorf now, so I got to dress it up a little bit. So, so I went to Zaharov. Go ahead, brother. So I went to Scent Bar after I left the tailor, and I haven't seen the people at Scent Bar in a long time. And when I went there, they were like, "Hey, what's going on?" I love the people at Scent Bar. I know a lot of people give them a hard time. It's because it's really, really difficult sometimes to deal with the public when they're very, very on you. And when you're a Scent Bar bartender, they have to go through you. So it can be very taxing and pulling from their energy. So sometimes they don't have a lot of energy to give. But I'm so grateful that when I go there, they always show me love, and they're absolutely awesome. I absolutely love the people there at Scent Bar. Anyway, I went to Scent Bar, and I was smelling a bunch of different things. Had no intention on purchasing anything. Just was curious to smell some new fragrances. And boy, did I find something insane and new. Came out this year. This fragrance called Rock. Look at that. Yeah. I love it. That's my my green screen is making this greenish looking pea soup looking. Yeah, it looks cool. Anyway, the name of the fragrance is called Rock. The brand is from a gentleman named Roberto Greco. This bottle is limited to 500. So I think, can I get that in this? I don't think I'm going to be able to get you to see this. But anyway, It says the barcode, and this bottle is 098 out of 500. I don't know if that means 500 bottles will only be made. I don't know if that means 500 of this particular batch. I have no idea what that 500 refers to or what. But I do know this, most of my audience don't even know I'm doing YouTube now, because YouTube doesn't show my live videos along with my recorded videos. You have to press the live tab. So a lot of my audience doesn't even know I'm doing YouTube again, and haven't known since I've been starting in February. Sad, but it is what it is. The reason why I mention that is because since there are only 500 bottles, if you are a fan, look at this bottle, guys. Look at this bottle. This bottle looks like something from the 80s. This really does. I wasn't wearing fragrances in the 80s. I wasn't, but I'm saying this is like I wasn't born. I was guys, this right here looks like a fragrance I could imagine my dad having on his like counter, on his dresser. This looks like something my uncle would have had on his. This looks like an old fragrance from an older moment in fragrance. And it's, I gotta say, I love the bottle. Look at this bottle, guys. Look at this top. It is absolutely next level. It has this really interesting ribbed glass. I don't even do presentations. You guys know I don't care about stuff like this. I throw the box. You know what I'm saying? I don't care about a box. And I did it first. Anyway. Yo, so this right here, this bottle is absolutely insane. This fragrance is even more so. And why do I love this fragrance so much? Okay, I'm just gonna let you know. I smelled this, I was like, I need it. I wasn't even debating. It was more about, am I getting it now, later, what? I decided to get it right then and there. What does it smell like? What doesn't it smell like? It feels like every style of perfume exists in this one bottle. It's floral, it's spicy, it's leathery, it's animalic, it's powdery, it's clean, it's dirty, it's everything. I swear to you guys, I don't know what the hell is, well, I'm gonna share with you what's in the bottle, but this fragrance is unlike any fragrance I've smelled. What it does remind me of is Portrayal Man by Amouage. There is a ton of violet in this fragrance, similar to in Portrayal. But other than that violet note, they do not smell the same. This is a lot more interesting than Amouage's Portrayal, and $100 less expensive. Guys, and I think Portrayal is discontinued. I don't think they're even selling it anymore, which is insane. Anyway, I know, right? This looks like grandpa's juice. I gotta tell you, but guys, this is not a grandpa juice. This is a boss. This is a boss. This is a man or a woman, because you know, a woman, if she wears this, she's just gonna kill. And I will definitely say, women, consider it. Just consider it. You're not gonna smell like your high school girl self. You're gonna smell like an absolute woman. Okay? On a woman's skin, I think this is gonna impress. But on my skin, oh my God, I love this fragrance. Okay, let's just get into what's in this fragrance. I know I'm losing it, I'm overdoing it, but guys, I was absolutely blown away by this bottle. Okay, let me just share with you my screen, because we're about to get into these notes and find out what's in this fragrance. Whew. Okay, so Rock by Roberto Greco came out in 2023. The perfumer Christopher Sheldrake created this amazing masterpiece of perfume. I don't use the word masterpiece when I'm describing fragrance. This is that. This, in my opinion, is a masterpiece. It's a 10 out of 10 fragrance. Not everyone will agree. Not everyone will feel like this fragrance will make sense in their world. But if you can wear this fragrance, it's a 10 out of 10. If you can appreciate this fragrance, it's a 10 out of a 10. It's just excellent. It's an E fragrance. Excellent. Not even a little bit, but amazingly so. What's in this fragrance? Sweet Acacia Absolute. I do not know what that is. We can look it up though. It has black currant bud, violet leaf, myrrh, osmanthus, mushrooms. And it actually is interesting because the mushrooms is supposed to give you the impression of a farm, a mushroom farm. Okay? Narcissus. Okay? Leather, pine tar, ambrarome, ambrarome, which is literally amber, you know? Um, guys, I mean, look at the rating. There's only 7 votes, but literally 7 people rated this fragrance a 10. 7. Well, 6. One person probably gave it a 9.8. I just don't know. I just cannot get over this fragrance. It is special. All right. So again, what does it smell like? You know, it's just a very, very complex experience. As I mentioned, you will definitely notice in this fragrance though, I noticed that there's a lot, it comes across to me extremely spicy. I do not know what's giving it the spiciness. I really can't explain it. I don't know why it smells spicy to me. It could be the myrrh mixing with the mushrooms and osmanthus. I really don't get it. I really don't understand what I like when I smell this and I look at the notes. I'm like, how? How is that making this? Don't understand. Don't understand at all. Oh my gosh. I just can't believe how good this fragrance is. I'm overdoing it. It's an 80 mil. I think I paid like about 250 or 2 something for it, whatever. I paid full price. And I'm not even a little bit upset with that. Um, it's awesome. It's awesome. It came with this crazy cool booklet. And this booklet, I think, oh, it was signed by Roberto Greco. He literally signed it and labeled the, I wish you could all see this, but he signed it and then also numbered it 98 out of 500. Um, it's a really, really fascinating scent. And I'm curious, like, so it says rock is the French word for the word horse. Not horse like a horseback ride, but like horse, like you can't talk, like you've lost your voice. um, and when honestly, when you smell this, it will make you lose your breath. So I can understand. That's a funny name. You know, who would have, rock? Like imagine naming your fragrance horse. Um, and the reason why it's called horse is because, and this is a part of their copy, guys. You know, I didn't write this. I didn't make this up. Rock, the French word for horse, because like a I swear I hate when I look like I can't read. When a somnolent voice, I answered with foggy scenes, the silence of a daily life that prohibitions left out of breath. What? Anyway, I swear, fragrance copy it's a joke. It's absolutely a joke at this point. But I gotta say, the fragrance, it's just next level. It's just next level. Um, I wore this twice since I bought it. Both times, both times, I was asked, "What are you wearing?" And it's the type of scent that doesn't smell like other fragrances other than Portrayal, which is extremely obscure. And that only is because of the violet leaf. But other than that, they're very, very different. This smells, again, like a better version of that fragrance for $100 less money. But again, yeah, just a unique scent. So when you're wearing a unique fragrance, typically people want to know what you're wearing and they don't have an idea. It's not like you're wearing Baccarat or Santal 33. You're not like literally smelling like the masses. Fragrances that don't allow you to smell like the masses are typically fragrances that get compliments or fragrances that people want to know about when they smell it on you. So you gotta smell this, guys. You gotta smell it. I'm just gonna let you know right now that this fragrance gets the lady. I gotta say, guys, Rock is amazing. A freaking winner. A special perfume that will just allow you to just smell expensive, bossy, and I don't mean bossy as like an ass bossy, but I mean bossy as in like that person just got their stuff together. This is awesome. Just get your nose on it. Try to get a sample if you can. I am definitely I just can't put it to words. Like, it's just next level. I've talked about this fragrance for a long time. Moving right along. The next fragrance is the other scent that I purchased from Scent Bar. I bought 2 bottles, left there with a huge, huge dent in my Apple Pay, but I don't care. Um, anyway, the next fragrance is from the brand, and I gotta tell you, I didn't even hear of this brand before I smelled this bottle. It's from the brand Oriza Le Grand. Oriza Le Grand is the name of the perfumer who did this bottle. Let me see if I can make this a little bit. Nope. Everything is washed out. What's going on? Too many lights. That's what it is. Okay, let's see. Nope. Anyway, there we go. It's getting better. It's called Apotheos. Apotheos by Oriza Le Grand. Okay, French, as you already know. But what I love about it, guys, when I talk about this fragrance, it's just very, very interesting. Oh, and again, Rock is that scent that you can wear this time of year with no issue. I wouldn't wear this in the summer. I think this is a fragrance that would probably be best worn fall, winter, spring evenings when you want to make an impact whenever you go out. That's what this is. But the next fragrance, a little bit more spring, summer forward. Something you could wear in the winter because the strength of the scent is not light, but it definitely comes across more clean. I typically don't like to wear like fragrances in the winter that come across clean, but this fragrance is icy. There's something about this. It's very cooling. It's a very crisp experience. No, it's not a citrus. Yes, it's musky. But man, is it amazing. This fragrance does give off a classic vibe, and this is the fragrance again, Apotheos. It has this little tassel thing, on the side of the bottle. Very, very old school. And this is Apotheos, guys. Apotheos came out this year. What is in this particular fragrance, you ask? Let's get into it. Man, I love this one. When I smelled this fragrance, I just thought to myself, like, I don't have anything like this. I don't have anything like it. When I'm shopping for fragrance, I like to add to my collection things that don't allow my fragrance collection to be more samey. I like things that allow my collection to come across more diverse and, options. I love options. This fragrance, guys. The tassels are a little, crazy, but it's the fragrance, guys. It is the scent. Guys, this is a green, almost fizzy aldehyde forward experience. There's no aldehyde in this fragrance, though. It's a musk, though, that is killing me in this fragrance. It's, just here. Let's just get into it. What's in this fragrance, you ask, guys? Apotheos by Oriza Le Grand. This fragrance has eucalyptus, pepper, lily, rose, ylang ylang, balsam, benzoin, and musk. When I tell you I've never smelled anything like it because I don't own anything like it, I was just really, really blown away by that crisp, classic style that it has, the musk. It's slightly green, which gives you that eucalyptus experience. It has like a warmth to it because of the balsam, the ylang ylang, which is kind of like a thick floral, and the benzoin. But the musk, it's an overdose of musk. The rose and lily in this fragrance, I definitely get a very, very, I guess you could say a floral component, but it doesn't come across like a floral fragrance. It does come across like a fresh, musky fragrance that is very, very kind of pillowy. I get spa vibes from this fragrance. Um, I get a spa vibe from this scent. It just definitely has a. I don't even know how to put it. It's a very difficult fragrance to describe. Clean, not sweet, effervescent, kind of fizzy, as I mentioned. Even though there's balsam, benzoin, and ylang ylang, it doesn't come across heavy, but it definitely has a spicy component because of the pepper ingredient in the scent. It's insane, guys. Like, I really, really like the way this smells. It's not like rock. I kind of prefer rock over this, I will be honest. But I feel like this fragrance is just insane. A classic fragrance that doesn't smell old, but definitely doesn't smell like what's happening right now. And the only reason why is because it doesn't smell like a basic fragrance that smells like shower gel or um, something in a drugstore. You know, I don't get drugstore clean from this, which is one of the reasons why I like it so much. Because usually clean fragrances these days, they just smell like shower gel. They smell like, shampoo. They smell like dryer sheets. This does not do any of that. It is bougie clean. Very bougie, very clean, classic, but nothing I would say that's like an old fragrance. Classic style reinvented in a modern way. Apotheos by L. Legrand. Oriza L. Legrand. This is a brand I think I would like to discover more of. The brand was founded in 1720. And even though this fragrance, again, has a classic style, it is definitely made for modern tastes. Um, guys, oh my goodness. I just don't know. If you're a woman, I definitely think you should try this. If you're a guy, I definitely think you should try it, especially if you like musks. This is a clean musk, though. This is not a dirty musk. There is an animalic quality to it, though. There's a slight dirtiness to it, But overall, a very dynamic, crisp experience that kind of makes you feel like you're being caressed by clouds. I should be writing copy for these fragrance brands with that, Oh no, but yeah, this is like it's fluffy. It's like a fragrance that I feel like I want to just I want to be caressed by this fragrance. I want to be, it makes me feel like I'm being just held up by warm cotton or clouds. Like it's a cloud fragrance. It's a fragrance that makes you feel like you're on a cloud, just hanging out, Feet dangling. It's insane. Amazing. Apotheos. Odessa Legrand. Guys, get your nose on it. It is insanity. I find it kind of fascinating that certain people who are reviewing it on Parfumo aren't big fans, I'm just really shocked because this fragrance it's so freaking amazing. So it kind of surprises me that not as many people on Parfumo, which is more, more interesting. Shocked they're not into it, but yeah, I definitely think it's a scent worthy of your attention. So those are the two newest fragrances that I've purchased. The two newest classic style fragrances that I've been buying, and I am a huge fan of both. The other three, whew, let's go. So the first one from Rogue Perfumery, and of course, my green screen is going to affect this one because this is a green label. Anyway, guys, look at this. It's called, I know, right? Lovely bottle. It's being destroyed by my green screen. But anyway, this fragrance is called Shifra CM. Shifra. You have to, right? So it's Shifra CM by Rogue Perfumery. Guys, this is one of the best. Musks can be underwhelming. I agree with you, Micah. Musks can be underwhelming, but when musks are done well, boy, are they done amazingly. Okay, So this fragrance is called Shifra CM or Siam. I think it's CM. I don't really care. Shifra CM by Rogue Perfumery. Green juice, dark, animalic, dirty. Oof. This actually looks like a fragrance similar with a similar name. It had a very similar presentation. So Rogue Perfumery did a really interesting thing where they literally tried to match the look, the label, the name of a fragrance that is well discontinued and no longer in production. I think of the same name, crazily enough. So Shifra CM. Shifra. It's insane. This is a Shifra, right? Normally, Shifra fragrances have a ton of leather. And man, does this fragrance have a ton of leather. Let's get into this. So let me share with you my screen so you can get an idea of what's going on in this bottle. There's nothing like it. There was something like it, probably 70 years ago, this type of fragrance would have been made. The cool thing I love about Rogue Perfumery is they really try to make fragrances that smell like an old, like this fragrance smells like what I would have worn in 1939, 1940, 1945. Like this is a fragrance that is literally like stepping into a modern world from a time machine. And that's what I'm so into, because when I smell this fragrance, this is the scent that my grandparents would easily wear when they were going out. When they were going out on dates, my grandmother probably smelled this on my grandfather. And I gotta tell you, this is a beautiful experience. Every time I wear it, someone wants to know what it is, because it's just odd for this moment. This moment and this fragrance do not walk hand in hand. This fragrance is way too good for the fragrances coming out today. So when you smell a scent like this, you don't think like, oh, that doesn't smell like now. Doesn't mean it doesn't smell amazing, because this is probably better than every release this year from another line, from a designer brand. But it's just next level. Rogue Perfumery, this brother, this guy, whoever this person is who designed this brand. Oh, Manuel Cross, he's the owner. His whole vibe when making his brand Rogue was to make fragrances in a way that they were done in the past, that have been basically made impossible by IFRA. IFRA is a regulating body, in case you don't know. They're a regulating body that mostly is in Europe, that basically determines what ingredients are allowed in fragrance. And the reason why a lot of fragrances are reformulated or discontinued is because IFRA's regulations are not always easy to keep up with. You'll make a fragrance for 2-3 years, it'll be a bestseller, and then all of a sudden IFRA will say one ingredient in that fragrance, you cannot put it in a bottle more than 1% of that ingredient in that fragrance. And you have like 3, 4, 5%. Now you have to reformulate the fragrance and try to make it exactly or closest to the old version because of IFRA. IFRA is literally, IFRA should be called cock blocker, because that's what they do. They literally allow artists to not be able to be artists. They basically handcuff the artist. It's like telling Van Gogh he can only use certain shades of blue and not shades of red or shades of green. Can you imagine? That's what IFRA does to artists who are perfumers. It's insane to me, but it is what it is. But yeah, this is amazing. What is in it? Kaffir lime, basil, jasmine absolute, ylang ylang, oak moss absolute, civet, benzoin, leather, spices, and sandalwood. When I smell it, I definitely smell civet. I definitely smell leather, spice, sandalwood, oak moss. There is an abundance of oak moss in this fragrance. And I'm going to just let you know right now, one of the main reasons why IFRA is very, very iffy when it comes to oak moss is because oak moss has been known to make certain people break out when they use it. Annoyingly, though, it's like some people, are allergic to peanut butter, but I could still buy it at the store if I want it, right? But Ifra infantilizes the public. Ifra treats the public like they're kids, you know? So because civet and certain ingredients are not allowed, oak moss in particular is not allowed, even though it's a natural ingredient. It doesn't come from an animal. Just makes certain people react, and now we can only have but 1% oak moss in any composition or less. It's annoying. Anyway, what I like about Manuel Cross is he doesn't care what Ifra wants. I don't know what he's doing lately, but when I bought this bottle, it was like within the first year that his brand was on, and I gotta say I'm into it. Oh my gosh. This is next level. If you're a fan of Roja, but you don't want to spend Roja prices, I would consider checking out Rogue Perfumery. Rogue Perfumery does very, very similar aesthetic fragrances at a really excellent price point. An amazing price point. And again, you're getting an overdose of things that you're not supposed to be getting in fragrances these days because of regulations. He doesn't care. I think this brand is from America, and because it's an American brand, he can sell this product in the United States without IFRA clamping down, you know. But if he wanted to sell this overseas, it probably wouldn't be allowed. But yeah, an amazing fragrance, guys. I don't get a ton of jasmine. I don't get a ton of ylang ylang. I definitely smell the green basil aspect. I get a lot of the oak moss, as I mentioned. If you want to smell what oak moss is doing in a fragrance, buy Rogue Perfumery, because a lot of them contain huge amounts of oak moss. But if you are allergic to oak moss, avoid it, because you will not like the experience. I'm just going to let you know right now. Shifra CM by Rogue. Insanely beautiful experience that needs to be bought, that needs to be tried, that needs to be smelled. It is an experience that I'm constantly asked what it is. So the next fragrance, guys, is from the brand Santa Maria Novella. And this is a brand that I really enjoy. This is a brand that I love. You know, Santa Maria Novella, there's, like I mentioned, 3 that I'm really into: Melograno, Tobacco Toscana, and this one. This is a fragrance, you're not going to even see the label. Shit. Anyway, hey, there we go. Awesome. So this is a fragrance. It's not going to show you the name of the scent on the bottle, you know, but this is what the bottle looks like. The name of this particular scent from Santa Maria Novella is called Nostalgia. Nostalgia, guys. It's called Nostalgia. Oh my gosh. This fragrance came out in 2002. Why do I love this? It has the most realistic gas petrol note I've smelled in a fragrance. I cannot find, you can find Fahrenheit if you want. The old bottles definitely have that, you know, that gas scent. I love the scent of gas. I'm a weirdo. I can't help it. I actually did a video, my top 10 weirdo scents that I love to smell, and gas was on that list. A very interesting list. I definitely would suggest you all check it out. It was very fun to do. But anyway, Nostalgia. You are gonna smell like gas and leather in a great way. In a, what the hell? I wore this today and I was complimented. And again, I work in a department store. I have a ton of coworkers, so there's a lot of opportunity for people to experience it and smell me. And because, again, I work in a fragrance section, people that I know in this store will say to me if they like something, "You smell awesome." And what is that? I've gotten asked what this is because it's awesome. Now, I got to tell you, the gasoline aspect of the fragrance calms very quickly. It's not like you're going to be feeling like, you know, like just spilled gas all over your clothes when you're trying to fill your car tank. You're not going to get that vibe. But it is, and it lasts, I would say, less than 20 minutes, that scent, that experience of that, you know, full-on gas. But then after that, it's just insane Oh, it's just insane leather. I am such a fan of this fragrance. I like fragrances again that are nothing. They're nothing. There's nothing like this. There's nothing doing what this fragrance does. And if there is, I want to know about it. Please let me know if you know. But there's nothing like this. This is a very unique experience, a very original experience. The only fragrance that smells that reminds me of it is Fahrenheit, and they don't smell the same. You will not smell this and think, "Ooh, Fahrenheit Dior." No, no, not even a little. No, not even a little. This smells way more expensive. This smells way more interesting. I love it. I could literally just huff the bottle. This is the type of fragrance that even if I don't wear it on my skin, I'm gonna spray it in my environment because I want to experience it. I would spray this on my bed, to on my pillowcases, for instance, before I go to bed. I would spray this on like my house coat when I'm walking around the house after a long day. This is the type of fragrance I just want to experience. I just want to smell. It is beautiful. It is definitely more on the masculine side. I know women can wear whatever they want, but this is definitely something that screams man. Man, is this a man's fragrance? That I think women would kill, absolutely. But this is a sick fragrance for masculine taste. And oh my gosh. So what's in this fragrance, guys? Let's go into it. This fragrance, special. The bottle doesn't look like this anymore, as you can tell. This is probably, you know, the 2002 version of Nostalgia. From Santa Maria Novella. I love saying that. Anyway, what is in this perfume? Birch, leather, patchouli, styrax, tobacco, bergamot, Virginian cedar, woody notes, lemon, musk, petitgrain, vanilla, amber. It doesn't last a long time. That's my only knock on this fragrance. Every fragrance that I've shared with you so far, and including the last one that I haven't gotten to yet, every one of those fragrances get to the 7 to 8 hour mark easily, even the musky one. This, however, 4, 5, possibly 6 hours. Doesn't last forever, especially the part that I love the most, but it doesn't matter because this scent, this brand, this fragrance is just next level. It is a beautiful, beautiful, it almost reminds me of like a leather-bound old book, you know? That experience kind of comes across in this. I don't get like leather jacket. I don't get like car leather. I don't get that type of leather. Although you could kind of get the vibe of like imagine you're in a very expensive plush, you know, leather interior car. You're driving out of a gas station as your gas is settling into the tank. That scent of petrol as you're leaving the gas station that fills your car with the leather. Yeah. This right here. This right here. Guys, it is sick. It is so damn good. Nostalgia. Nobody talks about it. Nobody knows about this fragrance, but you do now. A fragrance you must consider. A fragrance I would definitely say get a sample if you can, because it's an experience. It's an experience. I'm curious what people are saying about it. As a lifelong underpowered user of rusty Dutch bikes, I have to take up the cudgels for this wonderful scent. Let's see what his last comment is. I like the whole concept, the cult of artificiality from the monastery pharmacy, a memorial stone for an outdated technology, which stands for all the possibility of escaping into nature at any time. Therefore, our whole dilemma as a fragrance is, okay, this person is just like, what are you saying here, guy? Oh no. A bit of a tease, this one. The gasoline leather top notes give the expectation of a true gas pump fantasy. But along with the gasoline scent, Nostalgia has gasoline's volatility. I agree with that. It doesn't stick around, but man, is it worthy of taking with you if you're into it like that. And it's more of a calmer fragrance, a skin scent, especially after hour 3. I just think it's insane. Let's see, 2 thoughts. One, this is an interesting option for those mourning the loss of Fahrenheit's original formulation. Agreed. That's the reason why I was drawn to it when I first smelled it. Two, nostalgia points out that in the language of perfumery, gasoline is a woody note. Yes. Guys, yeah. When you see that I'm out of words, that tells you a lot. It's just awesome. Amazing fragrance. Okay, now we've gotten into nostalgia. We've talked about Shifra CM, Shifra CM. We've talked about Rock by Roberto Greco, and we talked about Apotheos from Oriza Legrand. The next fragrance, the last fragrance in this video, the last hidden gem masterpiece from an amazing brand. This fragrance, guys, is called Riga, and the brand Prin. Riga by Prin. It might be Mriga. I'm just gonna say Riga. Whatever. This is a serious, classical styled fragrance made for today's clients, made for today's audience. It's 30 mil. I spent like 180 on it. Full price. I don't get bottles mailed to me. When I love a fragrance, I buy it. I like to support the brands that I like. I like to spend my money for fragrances that I love. You know, I wouldn't mind a bottle mailed to me, and you know, if I love it, I'll talk about it. But I prefer to put my money where my mouth is when it comes to fragrances, more than not. I will put it that way. And this is just a powdery, animalic, very dirty fragrance. I mean, this is dirty. This is probably the dirtiest scent of the 5 that I'm talking about. The closest second is going to be Shifra CM. Shifra CM is definitely a very dirty fragrance. This is definitely getting into that world of, ooh, dirty, animalic, you know, like sexy. I feel like this is a very, very sexy fragrance. Another fragrance that every time I wear it, I get love. You know, I've had this fragrance for a while, and I haven't gotten through much of it at all. I bought this also at Scent Bar, and the day I bought this fragrance at Scent Bar, this was years ago actually. The day I bought this fragrance, I met up with my man Carlos, and when he smelt this on me, rest in peace Carlos, when he smelt this on me, he said, "Bro, what do you got on?" Oh no, I'll never forget that. "Bro," when he did that face, "what do you got on?" I was like, some new fragrance that I bought at Scent Bar, and I pulled out this bottle. He sprayed it a couple of times. He loved it. I don't spray this fragrance often because I enjoy it so much, and I feel like this fragrance is meant for special occasions. But I'm going to change that. I'm going to start wearing this fragrance a lot more often because you don't need a special occasion to smell special. And I'm just going to wear it on the way out. You do not need a special occasion to smell special. I need to enjoy the fragrances that I own because I can't take them with me. I need to get into this a lot more because I love this fragrance. It is next level beautiful. There's nothing that I've ever owned that dupes it. And look at this ingredient list. First of all, oh God, it's in my mouth. I can taste it. I feel like I can taste the musk from the deer's. Anyway, deer musk. And does this fragrance have deer musk in it? Yes. This fragrance actually has actual deer musk in it. PETA, do not chase me, please. Do not throw shit on my clothes, please. They're expensive. I do not want to go to the cleaners with my stuff. But, well, I don't want to have to, earlier, or, you get my point. Leave me alone, Peter. I know this isn't a vegan fragrance. It has deer musk. I don't know what other thing is in there. I'm hoping there is no other animal byproduct, and there isn't, thankfully. Yes. So, yes, there is a deer's musk in this fragrance. Black spruce, costus, fir balsam, Canary Island juniper, like what the? Grass, labdanum, nagarmatha, which I love. I love nagarmatha. Whew. Nagarmatha does stuff to me. I love oak moss. This fragrance also has real oak moss in it as well. It also has peat. Oh, the peat. Sandalwood, vermouth, Indian oud, definitely. Jasmine absolute, lime, vetiver, and rose. It is very complex. It's extremely complex. The person that made this fragrance is Prin Lamros, excuse me. This man is a genius. I don't care what anyone says. He's from Thailand, I believe, and every single brand and fragrance that he is making has that classic styled fragrance perfumery aesthetic, but he's not trying to copy any fragrances. He's just using a lot of the ingredients from fragrances from a far gone past. But man, Riga. Oh my God. It is kind of on the dirty side, as I mentioned. It has a funk to it. It definitely does. But it has a funk that's very easy to like. It has a funk that's not like, bro, like get the hell out this car type of funk. This is like a, what are you wearing and why do you smell so good type of funk. This is like a, I gotta put my nose right there, here. That's the type of fragrance this is. Like I want to bury my nose into this. Like that's what it is. It's insane. Now, I'm curious what this top reviewer shared about it. Prin Lamros is quite well known here, and his fragrances, which I allowed to test so far, all had something. Which I was allowed to test so far, all had something. Okay. Pardon me, guys. Like, some of them were still a bit unbalanced. Others were thematically well realized. And Atola is one example, which is not my profession because of its scent. I find people's writing so interesting. But I can say that this fragrance was wonderfully realized. Let me see what his last thoughts are. It is difficult to put scents like this into words, agreed. Riga is an animalic journey through the woods. Prin Lamros tells us a story which is not bright but not deep black either. So Twilight might be true. Okay, you know what? I'm done. Bottom line, guys, it's like I'm reading a TikTok reviewer. Anyway, what do I love about this fragrance? It is absolutely next level. You're gonna smell dirty. You're gonna smell dirty. There's just no other way around it. But man, are you gonna smell like the most expensive person in the room. There's no one that's gonna smell as expensive as this. And yes, I actually work at Bergdorf Goodman Gin Music. You can always meet me in the basement. I'll be here waiting to meet you. Yes, but I'm always at Bergdorf, and I actually work in the store. I manage a brand here, but I'm also like a fragrance matchmaker because I know all the bottles here. I give people an amazing experience and curate your time at Bergdorf so you're not smelling everything, hoping to find something you like, so you get to keep your nose before you leave, you know? So, yeah, it's one of my favorite places to be, actually, especially because I'm a fragrance nerd. So, you know, if you're a fragrance nerd, Bergdorf Goodman is like a dream job. A dream career, because definitely it's a career. Anyway, Riga, guys, get your nose on Riga. You can find a lot of these as samples from Scent Bar. None of these are fragrances that are available at Bergdorf, unfortunately. I really feel like Prin would be amazing at Bergdorf. I feel Rogue would be amazing at Bergdorf. This fragrance would kill at Bergdorf, Rock. And I feel like a lot of people would like this brand also, based on at least this fragrance. I feel like, I feel like all of these fragrances would be amazing. They are perfectly suitable for this store. They are excellent. They're luxury. They smell high quality. They smell expensive. And I just cannot get enough of them. They're awesome. So yeah, guys, all of these fragrances, these three, absolutely insane. Oh, you were here yesterday. Ah, yesterday was my day off, bro. I'm so sorry I missed you. I wish that I got to know you were on your way. I could have let you know. I'm usually here from Wednesdays through Sundays. Um, so Monday and Tuesday are not the days for me to be here. Oh, yeah, guys, I wanted to let you know Bergdorf Goodman will be hosting Roja Dove. We're going to be hosting Roja Dove at Bergdorf Goodman on December 2nd between 3:30 and 5:30 in the basement. If you'd like to meet Roja Dove, if you have a bottle that you love from Roja Parfum that you'd like him to sign, come through. Get this man's signature on your bottle. I think it's going to be a fun time. Every time I meet Roja, he's a great, great person, a great character. He's very passionate about his line. He's very passionate about fragrance, and it really, really comes through. I can really listen. I can listen to the man talk about his concepts and how he came up with the ideas for the perfumes he's made, and it's like, huh, because the guy is absolutely interesting. A very, very, very eccentric, entertaining personality that I would like you all to meet if you are in New York. It's going to be around the same time as I know we're doing Scent Explorer this weekend as well. But if you've done Scent Explorer and you have an extra couple of hours, I would definitely suggest coming to Bergdorf Goodman and meeting the man himself, Roja Dove. The man is awesome. Absolutely awesome. And agreed, Will. I manage, so Gen Music, I manage the maker fragrances at Bergdorf Goodman. And I would love for you to come through. I would like to show you around and give you an amazing experience here in the store. You don't have to buy anything. I just want to show you a great time, and show you some awesome, awesome options in the store that is insane. And again, up until December 2nd at Bergdorf Goodman, if you spend $250, you're going to automatically receive $50 off. If you spend $400, you're going to get $100 off. If you spend $1,000, you get $250 off. So basically, this time for this whole week is the perfect time to come to Bergdorf and consider fragrances to shop, because you're definitely going to get anywhere from 20 to 25% off everything you buy. Okay, and of course there are ways to split your purchases so that you can get the most discounts depending on the tier. So you would split up purchases so you get the most. Anyway, I would love to do that. I wish he could sign my Sweetie Aoud. Why can't he? Come by. Are you in another state, brother? Is that why you can't have him sign it? Supply, I would definitely, I would love to meet you, my man. Come through if you are in New York, of course. But if you're not in New York, I could understand how that's a little bit not so easy. Anyway, I'm so glad you appreciate it as well, Will. I agree. Riga is crazy. The whole line of Prin is amazing as well. Prin, Strangers, what's the other one? There's three. It's Prin, Strangers. Let me find out really quick, because I can do that by checking out Prin. So, and Parfum Persona. That's it. He also did Bat, the original Bat. He did Sloth by Zoologist. Okay. This man, he did the remake of Bat and the remake of Rhino from Zoologist. But yeah, Prin, Strangers, and Prisana. Prisana, I believe, is the most highest end. I believe Prin, which is this line, is his middle line, is his mid-price line. And the easier, breezier line that's not going to destroy pockets is called Strangers Parfumery. Anyway, great fragrances, and Riga is special. a special, special scent, guys. All are classical fragrances that are absolutely amazing. I just want to show you one last time the different fragrances we talked about today. So we talked about these options right here, all of which will have you smelling better than every single person that you're in a room with. I can't imagine someone smelling better wearing something modern. I really can't. If you're wearing anything from YSL, you're not killing me when I'm wearing Rock. You're just not on my level. You're just not, you know? If you're wearing Baccarat Rouge, you're not on my level when I'm wearing this. You're just not. If you're wearing Santal 33, you can't catch me when I'm wearing this. You just can't. These are just going to be much more impressive to more noses. And if not, it's going to be much more easy to stand out wearing them. You know, this is the other thing. A lot of people, their tastes are not on this level to appreciate a lot of these. I'm just going to be honest with you. Most people don't get classic fragrances because no one is talking about it. I guarantee you, though, a certain influencer says something that is amazing, everybody wants to buy it. Doesn't matter if it smells old school or not. It is what it is. But yeah, these are next level, guys. Awesome classical fragrances that smell modern, that smell amazing, sexy, different, expensive, and unique. So what have you all been talking about? Happy to purchase in store. E just dropped 2K online. Oh no. No. E, I just dropped 2K online from Bergdorf Goodman purchases. Can I cancel it and order it with you? Yes. Yes, you can. You can cancel that order, come into the store, and let me show you around. So this way, when you're buying stuff, you're choosing fragrances that you put on your skin. I usually tell people to put things on their fingers, so this way you can try multiple things and see how they live on you. But yeah, you could, if you'd like to do that, you could. You just discovered the channel. I'm so grateful that you found the channel. But yeah, I mean, I don't want to make life difficult, but if you did want to do that, you easily could, and it might even be to your benefit to do that, because I will show you around, and because you're spending that amount of money, it would be a great way to split your purchases, because I could have probably, if you're spending $2,000, I could have likely saved you $500 total, as opposed to just $250, which is likely what you're saving only. So yeah, let's chat. Yo, it would be amazing to show you around, Jen. So consider that, you know. You could definitely cancel your order and purchase in store. I still like the new bat. I like the new bat also, Micah, but I gotta say I'm partial. I like the older one even more. I think the older version of bat was way better, like way better, personally speaking. So yeah, let's see what you guys have been chatting about. My Santal 33 gets little to no play anymore. I can understand that, Micah. Still waiting for my God of Fire I Blind Board on BF. What's BF? Yeah, that's a monster order. Yeah, that's a huge monster order. Oh no. And when you spend that kind of money on the website, you're not getting gifts. They don't take care of you. That's why I tell people, I know sometimes it's best to go online, but online is destroying the perfume world, guys. Online is destroying the perfume industry. Absolutely destroying the perfume industry. Yes, it makes it a little bit easier for you, but it also makes things a little bit annoying for you also, because what if you don't like what you're buying online? You know, blind buying online is it's an easy way to waste your money, you know? So, you got it, Jen. Bro, you're not going to regret it, trust me. I'm going to really take care of you, and I'm going to make sure you save way more money than you probably saved using the website. So, definitely try to cancel that order. It'll be easy to cancel it, you know, just call customer service and they'll take care of it for you. And then let me know when you'd like to come to the store. Email me at simplyputsense@gmail.com. Simplyputsense@gmail.com. And yeah, let me know when you'd like to come by. I'd love to make sure that I'm not at lunch or walking around smelling other fragrances at Bloomingdale's or Saks on my lunch break, you know? So, and I take my lunch break very, very sporadically. I do it when I feel. So definitely let me know when you're coming through so I can make sure to be here for you. And yes, online buying is extremely, extremely dangerous. Extremely dangerous. Um, and also, like, why go through an online? Why go through a website when you can go through someone that knows certain things that can like respond to you and adjust to you and basically meet your need in a much more holistic way. I think that's makes sense. But I know not a lot of people in the fragrance industry are helpful. But you got one now, you know. Uh, I'm good. I'll resell or decant if I don't like it. Okay, appreciate that. Still waiting for my. Okay. Let's see. I'm in Tampa E. Okay, supply. Well, if you're in Tampa, oh, you're in Tampa. Oh, I see. I get you, brother. Damn. I wish maybe I can get him to just sign like a note to you, like thank you for your support. Um, I could probably get him to do that if you'd like, and then I can mail it to you. You know, I wish I could. You know what? Another thing is, if you'd like, I wonder if there's. I can check to see if they have any more of those like smaller 10 mLs that you can purchase. If there's any purchasable 10 mLs, I can let you know and get them to sign one of those, and I can mail it to you because that could work out also. Anyway, guys. Yes, it is a tough grind, but I love it. I love what I do. I love working in fragrance. To me, it's not work at all. Dealing with folks like you, my people, it's never work. It's I love it. I absolutely love it. I couldn't imagine doing something else after I've been doing what I've been doing over the last few years. I could actually. Let me stop. But I really love what I do. And I love the people that I get to serve every day. So I want to thank you all for coming through and checking out this live of some of my favorite, amazing, classic style fragrances that are easily wearable today, that will have you smelling like the bosses you all are, that will have you smelling expensive and tasteful. Amazingly well tasteful. Amazingly. Anyway, guys, you got to. It would be an absolute pleasure to meet you in person. And I want to thank you in person for all the things you're doing and for being so loyal. And I'm grateful to all of you all for checking out my lives and stumbling on this channel and being loyal. Thank you so much. Again, if you need a sample, email me simplyputscents@gmail.com. Whatever I can share with you, I'm definitely going to do it. And you never pay for that. And I don't care if you buy from me or not. My focus is that, I maintain this relationship with you all. Um, ah! Okay, yes. So, Jen, I will be here Friday and Saturday. My hours are literally, I will always be here by 12. So, 12 through 7 or 12 through closing on both days is when I'll be here. Actually, 11, excuse me. I'm sorry. I'm usually here at 12 on Sundays. So, Friday and Saturday, I'll be here from 11 to 7, basically. So, look forward to meeting you in person. Will, thank you so much for coming through, guys. I'm that clone guy E, and this is Simply Put Sense. And I'm simply OUT. Peace.